It's just been a few days until the most exciting news broke here in Toastmasters Southern Africa. One of our own past district director, distinguished Toastmaster Frank Tsuro, has been announced as the new Region 11 advisor, serving districts in West Africa, East Africa, Qatar, Pakistan, and Southern Africa. I'm here with the man of the moment to find out a little bit more about this exciting news, what's in it for him, and most importantly, what he's most looking forward to. Frank, good day. Thank you so much for your time and for being with us today. So much excitement here at Toastmasters Southern Africa. You've just been appointed as the region advisor for Region 11. But before we even get there, you're a very familiar face here in Southern Africa. But for those one or two members who have no clue who you are, can you introduce yourself to the leadership?
Thank you very much, Maud. My name is Frank, and I've been a member of Toastmasters in Southern Africa for 8 years, and I'm a dual member of the Entrepreneurs Club in Pretoria and a club called L'Avenir Toastmasters, which is an Anglo-Francophone club where we speak English and French. So I'm a past District 74 director, and I'm now looking forward to my next role as a region advisor.
Absolutely, and we were very excited to hear this news that you will be taking on this new role. Frank, you said you've been a Toastmaster for 8 years, but you've had a lot of roles in the 8 years. In fact, your journey started extremely early, or your leadership journey in Toastmasters started extremely early. Do you care to give us a small timeline of your journey in Toastmasters as a leader thus far?
Okay, I joined Toastmasters in 2012. And at that time, I learned that we had 3 clubs since 1981 until 2012. Now, it may not have been the same 3 clubs, but some clubs were born and some died during the time. And I thought, you know, we need lots of leaders in Zimbabwe. And so we need more than just 3 clubs. So my journey started early after making such a statement. And so I was roped in, and I was part of a team that built Toastmasters in Zimbabwe from the 3 clubs that we had then to almost 8 times the number of clubs today. And so I started off as an area director, and I went on to get onto cabinet as an administration manager, and eventually became what we call the club growth director, which is sort of like the marketing director for Toastmasters in Southern Africa. I went on to become program quality director and eventually district director, which is like the chief executive officer of Toastmasters in Southern Africa. So that's my journey in a bit of a synopsis of my journey.
And what an illustrious Toastmasters journey it's been. Well done, and congratulations to you, Frank. Let us get into the role of region advisor. Many of us don't know what a region advisor is. You've just been appointed the Region 11 advisor for the districts in West Africa, East Africa, Qatar, Pakistan, and Southern Africa. But for, again, those of us watching this and not sure what a region advisor really is, care to tell us what a region advisor is, or the roles and responsibilities of that leader?
Okay, I think I'm going to try and use a comparative approach to explaining this. So many of you are part of an organization called Toastmasters, and we exist to empower individuals to become effective communicators and leaders. And so in achieving that mission, there are many roles and responsibilities. For example, in your club, you would have club leaders, and their job is to create that safe space where you can practice your speaking and become more proficient as a speaker and as a leader. And that's at club level. Then we have a body in between called district leaders, and those people are there to support the club in achieving excellence and building more clubs in areas where we need to reach people who want to become more effective communicators and leaders. And so this is where we come in to support those districts in doing that job. There is a structure that's called the regions, and I will be one of those region advisors, and we provide strategic guidance and support to the leaders who will be there to support your club in achieving excellence, and giving them all sorts of support from marketing, support to emotional support in the role, because it's all volunteer, and so there will be a lot of support from that side, and cheerleading them and making sure that they are able to come up with a member-centric strategy plan that's able to serve your needs and that of fellow members. So that's really my job in a synopsis.
So essentially, you're a strategic advisor. Would I be correct in calling this role strategic advisor?
Yes.
Absolutely. Great. So Frank, I'm going to be a little bit controversial for a bit, and please indulge me. You were arguably one of the more successful district directors on this side of Southern Africa. And you served at club level. You went on to serve at district level. In fact, you were a past district director and probably one of the more successful district directors. You could have decided that your journey ends there. But now you've decided to take it one step further and become a region advisor. What motivated this move to another level of leadership?
I've one of been the few fortunate Toastmasters who are very intentional about their journey. One of the questions I tend to ask so many people I interact with is, why are you in Toastmasters? And they probably answer something like, I want to improve my communication, whatever that means, and my leadership, again, whatever that means. And I ask, so that what? So for me, I come from a country that's been ravaged by poor leadership. And so I made it my business to ensure that we build young, smart, and ethical leaders on the African continent. And that inspires the work I do. Professionally, I'm a leadership coach and a team coach. And I also am part of other initiatives like the Entrepreneurs Hub, where we build business leaders across the African continent. And I feel that Toastmasters is a vehicle that can help us and become key players in leadership development in Africa. In fact, I always have this dream to say, I imagine if all our leaders had been through Toastmasters, imagine what kind of a better continent we would be part of. So having gone through all those leadership roles, I learned so many things that actually transitioned me from being just a mere accountant to being the leadership coach that I am today. And so I've learned so many things across the body. And Southern Africa, for example, has become my home. I know many people across Southern Africa, and I've traveled into all those places in Southern Africa, and I understand that. But with the turn of the global economy, we're becoming more of a global village, and it becomes more important for me as a business person to become more aware in terms of the cultures globally and so forth. So I decided to take on this role to experience new cultures, to take myself out of my comfort zone. Sometimes just going into East Africa or West Africa, there's quite a culture shift, which can somewhat inhibit you business-wise and career-wise. So that's why I've decided to explore the role of region advisor, to explore more cultures and to learn how to penetrate some of those markets business-wise, and also just to make that impact into Africa so that I can achieve my life mission.
That is so aspirational. One thing that the viewers don't know is that you and I are members of the club that you spoke about, L'Avenir. It's an Anglo-Francophone English-French Toastmasters club. And you said you want to extend your awareness about different cultures and different languages. And so with this French that you've learned, some of the countries within the districts that you'll be serving speak French. So I'm going to ask you, how is it going with the French, Frank?
Well, I'm learning, and the goal is to speak in French, je parle en français, when I get to Benin, when I go and speak in Mali, whenever I go to any Francophone countries, I want to speak to a man in a language. One of my role models, and from a leadership perspective, is Nelson Mandela, and he has this famous quote: "Speak to a man in a language they understand, it gets to their head. But speak to a man in their own language, it gets to their heart." And I think that's been one of the secret tools that I've always thrived on. And I need to ensure that by the time we get to July, I'm ready to converse in Francais with my French family, so that we can connect to the heart like I would prefer to. So yeah, it's going. The club is really helping me, and I'm feeling challenged right now. But yeah, we'll get there.
Absolutely. And then in East Africa, there's Kiswahili. How's your Kiswahili, Frank?
Well, I'm learning that too. I actually hadn't given it so much thought, but I know a phrase that all Zimbabweans know, "Asante sana," which means thank you very much. And it was said by one of our former presidents. So at least I can say thank you. But I will work on that one too.
Absolutely. In fact, there is a Kiswahili club. It's called Fasaha Toastmasters. We're definitely going to connect you to that club so that you can get your Kiswahili in order for the 1st of July, as much as you have with your French. Frank, you gave us a very aspirational story. Many are watching this and thinking, I want to be just like Frank. And so what advice do you have for an aspiring leader or a leader, a current leader who's looking to step up into further levels of leadership?
Okay, I think one of the best ways to be like me is just to find your own voice as an individual. What is it that you want to stand for? And you don't necessarily have to have your own unique vision. You may adopt a vision that was a cause that's already there. One of the things that I take inspiration from is the UN Sustainable Development Goals, which are worthy goals for someone to aspire to. And those are going to be relevant, particularly in the next 10 years as we hope to achieve some of those goals. Put yourself out, adopt a cause, join organizations like Toastmasters, where you can be exposed to many different things. And in the process of serving, what you do is you eventually find your joy. In fact, that reminds me again of my favorite quote. You know, I used to dream that life was joy. I woke up and acted and discovered that life was service. I acted and behold, service was joy. And so in just serving other people, you will find your joy, you will find what matters most to you and what you love to do. And once you do that, find organizations that you can be part of, do work that you can be part of that aligns with what your cause is, and you live a happy, fulfilled life. So I'd like to encourage people to take up, to go on a mission to find a cause that they stand for, something that you want to be known for, you want to stand for. And then after that, find any opportunity to serve, because in service, that's where you find your joy. And in the process, hopefully you'll be able to keep seeking the fullest expression of self, like I'm currently doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as you venture into this role on the 1st of July, what is it that you're most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to a lot of learning. I think, like I said to you, I'm looking forward to connecting to the many different cultures. Again, the role of region advisor is a bit of a laid back role. And for me, that's a bit out of my personality. But, I'm always looking to learn many leadership styles and models to add to my current repertoire so that I'm able to become better and better. So I'm looking forward to be challenged. I'm looking forward to working with other inspired international leaders that I'll be working with from across the world who live and breathe the mission of Toastmasters. And I'm looking forward to carrying that baton, that Smedley baton, Dr. Smedley baton forward, that torch forward, and make sure that, we keep growing this organization, because this continent needs so many good leaders. In the Middle East, in Qatar, we are hoping to grow a lot of leaders. And in Pakistan, we would love to see them become, a fully fledged district. So we're looking forward to taking this Toastmasters program to the world, and to make it fun and to make it a vehicle for people to achieve their personal and professional goals.
Absolutely. And we're very, very excited for this news of your appointments. We wish you well on your journey. You heard it from him. He's looking forward to learning, to be challenged, to be working with other leaders, to extending his reach, and to learn a little bit more about other cultures and languages. Frank said it's very important that you find your voice, find a cause that you are willing to stand for, and really, really extend your leadership capabilities. He's a leadership coach, and most importantly, he will serve as a strategic advisor, or as we call it here in Toastmasters, a region advisor for the districts in West Africa. East Africa, Qatar, Pakistan, and right here in Southern Africa. Toastmasters is available in 9 countries across Southern Africa, including Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, South Africa, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. And from the 1st of July, the Paradise Island of Mauritius will be the 10th country that will form part of District 74, as Frank, together with all the districts in West Africa, East Africa, Qatar, Pakistan, fulfill the district mission, which is we build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. Frank, we wish you well. Merci beaucoup, monsieur.
Je vous en prie, asante sana.
Karibu, you've been such a sport. You're definitely ready for this journey as region advisor. All the best, and thank you so much.